Hey y'all, it's Rachel K and Merry Christmas! Today is actually Christmas Eve and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can get this edited and uploaded tomorrow, Christmas Day. And I have a hopefully fun activity planned. We are going to decorate a gingerbread village. But I thought it would be fun to decorate this with y'all and share it with you in case you have nothing better to do with your time on Christmas than watch me do this. So let's get started. Oh, these smell really good. I'm not a fan of actually eating these because they're crunchy and I don't like it. I like soft gingerbread, but I love the way it smells. It smells very Christmassy. And do I need instructions? Do we need instructions? Maybe. Maybe not. Who's to say? This one looks like it's going to be the easiest because it's a little A-frame. That cannot be terribly hard. I hope the camera is focusing on something, either me or the gingerbread houses, but something other than nothing. Scissors have been obtained, and I almost forgot to point out my Christmas llama shirt, which I hope you have already noticed, but I love him. I got him at Goodwill for like $5. Best Goodwill purchase ever. So let's start cutting stuff. That seems like a good plan to do. I guess they expect me to take all of the icing out of the aluminum bag and put it in the plastic bag, which just seems like an awful lot of work. Fun fact, I used to decorate cakes quite frequently. I've done a couple of people's wedding cakes and like baby shower cakes and obviously birthday and holiday cakes and stuff like that. So I know my way around a piping bag. Let's start with the A-frame. Set the bar low, start with the easy one. That seems like our best option. Let's see if I can break it apart without ruining it. Yay, I can. That's not so bad. And what do you want me to do with this? For best consistency, knead pouch before using, or place in a bowl of warm water for 1 minute. Well, ain't nobody got time for that today. To apply icing, cut 1/4 inch opening at corner of pouch and gently squeeze. Well, if I'm just supposed to cut it at the corner of this pouch, why did they give me a piping bag, I ask you? Oh, I guess I can say that this year I'm not doing the Christmas tree. Can you even hear me over the crinkling? Are we doing ASMR now? Maybe. This year, we were running late to get our tree, a fact which surprises absolutely no one. And that was way more than 1/4 inch. And our normal tree place that I love and that I look forward to going to every single year, they were out of trees, much to my great disappointment. And so we did not get to go there. We had to wait. Well, we didn't wait, but we had to go to a different place in Mississippi. And for the last few years, since I think the first or second time we've gone, I filmed it. And I took my camera this time, and I did kind of film it. I haven't even looked back at the footage though, because I know it's just gonna be really terrible. The place was empty. We were literally the only people there other than the employees, so it was like walking into a weird ghost town. And then, in addition to being completely empty, they didn't have an actual tree farm. It was a glorified lot. I think they did have like some farm things there because they had goats and they had, there's a word I'm looking for. What is it? Oh, this is going to be such a pain. It's coming out so little at a time. Why must life be difficult? They had goats and they had like the remnants of a pumpkin patch and like a playground. I did swing a little bit while we were waiting for the employees to show up, because when we first got there, literally there was no one like at all, not even employees, which was weird. But yeah, so no. What am I doing wrong? Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Other than the fact that this icing is the worst. Oh, I'm so stupid. That's not how A-frames work. Okay. And then we picked out the trees. I wanted 2 this year because I'm crazy, and that was I think it's really pretty. I'll let you on a secret. There's no ornaments on the back of these. It's only on the front. But the whole vibe was just off. And it wasn't, like, it wasn't the same. It wasn't the way I wanted it to be. It wasn't, am I doing this right or wrong again? No, I'm doing it right, I think. It wasn't how I wanted the experience to be, and I think that that came off on camera. And I was also having like a very low energy day in general, which happens sometimes to me. And so I wasn't feeling it. And it didn't help that it wasn't the way, you know, that it normally is. That certainly didn't help me have energy during the whole experience. Yay, I did it correctly. Miracles happen. Ah, it's falling down. So it goes, you know. That's life. And it's okay. We got pretty trees anyway. We stopped and got cheesecake on the way home because what is a diet? What is low carb? Who knows? Not me, apparently. I've gained 2 pounds this month, which is horrible and terrible, but I've kind of just like accepted my fate. And I'm going to, after Christmas, really get back on my low carb, kind of keto diet and hope for better results and better stick-to-itiveness than I've stopped falling apart than I have had thus far. See, that's the thing about gingerbread houses. It takes them so long to set up. So long. So then you're just waiting an eon just for them to get in place and set so you can decorate them. But there we go. So anyway, the point of that very long, very rambly story was just to tell you that there's not really going to be a vlog from the tree farm this year. I don't think that any of y'all particularly like wait on eggshells all year just waiting for that to happen, so I think that's okay. But in any case, break, thank you. This one's a little weird because this roof doesn't seem, does this seem like the right kind of roof for this? Because I'm gonna go with no. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Where's the picture? Does this have 4? Okay, this has 4 thingies, so this has to be the only one. But how is that roof supposed to go on here? Like, I see how these work. Oh, I'm dumb. This is how the roof goes on it, I think. If you have any Christmas family traditions, I would love to hear about them. I know that not everybody celebrates Christmas, and for some people, Christmas is really hard because, you know, they've lost loved ones or whatever, stuff like that. That makes it kind of difficult to actually enjoy the holidays the way they maybe used to. And I can get that because things have changed with my family a lot over the past 2 years. But it changes the way you feel about things. And it makes it kind of hard to participate for lack of, these are so not going to stick. For lack of a better phrasing, it makes it difficult to participate and enjoy. And I personally, like, I don't know, I just find it difficult. My hair gets everywhere. And so I can kind of get that. Like, I still love Christmas. I don't let it take away my enjoyment of the holiday itself and like the overall meaning and stuff that that holds. But I get it. Like, I get how it can be really hard. So I'm hoping if you're having a sucky Christmas and it's really hard for you, that maybe you can watch idiots like me on the internet try to decorate gingerbread houses and yammer at you endlessly for no particular reason at all and feel a little bit better, or at least a little bit distracted. That's all anyone can really hope to be, is a distraction, isn't it? Okay. Let me get this side done. These are so cute though. I really do like how cute and tiny they are. I hope they don't fall apart. Oh no, I'm caving in his side. Come back, come back. Mistakes have been made here today. Okay. Don't fall apart. You're totally falling apart on me. Hold yourself together, man. Okay. There. On to the next one. I don't trust this little guy. He's gonna fall apart. I just know it. I just feel it in my bones that he's gonna fall apart. We have a cookie down. You know what? he's just gonna be missing a wall, because in the rare event that someone actually does eat this, I don't want them eating floor cookie. So we'll just let this one be a 3-sided structure. It's fine. This will totally work. Why is this so big? Why is the roof so big? This doesn't make much sense. Have I done something wrong again? I don't know. You know, I could just like use this as a, cause what? Why is it like this? Do you see this shape? It doesn't make any sense. Okay. You know, I don't know. He'll be a half a house. It's okay. We'll set them next to each other and you won't even notice that he's missing part of his roof and part of his walls. It's fine. For the next year, since it's almost New Year's, I think I will talk a little bit about resolutions. I think people get their panties in a wad about calling, like having New Year's resolutions and saying like, oh, you shouldn't wait till the new year to do something. You should just do it now, or resolutions are always broken and you fail and whatever. And that's probably true, but also like, why is it bad to decide that you want to be a better person and try to improve something in your life? Because I don't think that's a bad thing. And I'm not saying everyone has to make a resolution, because obviously they don't. You know, if that's not your thing, that's fine. But I think it can be good to make resolutions, because it can be, I'm putting these on the wrong way. Setting them on vertically, they should be on horizontally. But I do like making resolutions, or at least goals. This year, I have some like more concrete goals. So I'm currently in the process of writing a fiction book. This is goal number 1, and I'm writing it with a friend, or I'm not writing the book with a friend, but my friend and I are both writing books at the same time. So we are kind of like writing buddies right now. And we did NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month, and we both succeeded in that. We got our 50,000 words of our story done. But 50,000 words does not a whole novel make. It has to be at least about 75,000 to be a novel. So we've got, we've got about at least 25,000, maybe up to 30 or 40,000 more words, depending on how the story goes, before we're actually done. But we're writing together, and we have like a joint goal of finishing our books by January. We were supposed to finish them this month, but life gets crazy and gets in the way and sometimes blocks our best, intentions. So I don't think I'm going to be to my goal of at least 75,000 words by the end of this month, and that is okay. But our goal is to finish our books in January, and then we're going to go through the process of editing them and doing a few read-throughs and change it, because writing the book is not where it ends. You have to edit it and edit it and edit it until it becomes what you really want it to be. And then once I am done with that, then the goal is to start querying, and querying is a nightmare, because you have to find a literary agent who likes your book enough to want to try to sell it for you, because you don't deal directly with publishers yourself when you traditionally publish, which I don't know if I mentioned this, but I've self-published my nonfiction book, but my fiction book I would like to have published traditionally. That's always been a goal of mine, like for as long as I can remember, to be a published author. And to me, when it comes to fiction, I'm not going to feel accomplished until I actually have published traditionally through a publishing house. Like, to me, that's important for my fiction. So I've got to find an agent, and then if somebody chooses you, which can take months, or I've heard some people it takes even years to find their literary agent. But once you find them, then they market the book to publishing houses. So then you wait again, because at that point you're waiting for a publishing house to decide that they like you. And then if they like you, then you actually get published. So it's a very long and, for me, stressful project. So one of my resolutions is to get that edited and start querying it, and that did not work at all. This is making such a mess. They're not sticking very well. So that's New Year's resolution number 1. New Year's resolution number 2 is to travel more, because I love to travel. I think honestly I'm like happiest when I'm on a road trip, And anytime I'm on a road trip, and I wrote a blog about this, so you may have read about it already if you follow me elsewhere, but anytime I get to travel, I just love it, and I don't want to ever come home when I'm traveling. Like, I always dread the coming home process. I honestly think that I could be one of those people that lives in their RV and just travels for life and doesn't ever have an actual physical home. Like, that sounds kind of amazing to me. But at the same time, I do like having a place where I have roots to come back to, so I don't know that I would actually do that permanently, but it sounds like it would be amazing, at least for like a little while, to just live on the road and go see new places, go to state parks and stuff like that. Speaking of which, getting outside more is also a goal for the next year. I want to go swimming more, and I want to go hiking more and taking pretty pictures. So yeah, so that's another goal, is to get outside more, travel more, do more of the stuff. I want to film more videos and do this more often. I've got some ideas for things I want to do here. I want to post more videos, and I've got an idea of like the types of videos I want to post. Obviously, travel vlogs is something I really like doing, so you'll be seeing some of that, I hope. You know, God willing and the creek don't rise, but that's something. And I don't know, I have some ideas of other things too. Like, I might like to cook a little bit, especially when I get back into my diet and am cooking, you know, low carb things, and kind of share some of that with y'all. I also love to go to new places to try new food at new restaurants, and I think that I would like to start taking y'all to some of that stuff too, because that could be a fun group activity for us, don't you think? To go and try new food and show you cool places and cool things to eat and stuff like that. And then the last goal I have for the new year is to get back on a low carb diet, and I will have updates for you on that as well. Over the last year, I was able to lose 40 pounds. I've gained 2 of those pounds back because I'm dumb, but I did a pretty good job. Like, I'd like to see more progress and faster progress. Who doesn't? But I did okay for now. But next year, I'm going to do better and get in shape and do my yoga and stuff like I should, and eat good food and all that crap. So hopefully that will go well next year. And I think that that's it. So writing, traveling, vlogging, and dieting, those are my goals for the next year. And I don't know, I'm excited about it. But we're almost done with our houses. Yay. Why does this have a big window and then a small window on the same side? That bugs me. It doesn't look right. Something I've been thinking about, and I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but I have been thinking about getting a Patreon. And the reason for that is because I like the community that can be built around Patreon. Like, I have some friends who have Patreons that do really well, and one of the things that like you can do with Patreon that I would do is set up a private like Facebook group, or some people do it on different platforms. Like, I've seen people use Slack, I've seen people use Discord. Personally, I really like Discord. I recently have started using it, but I think that for the most accessibility for the majority of people, I think a Facebook group might be easier. I'm not sure. It's just something I'm thinking about. You should let me know, actually, if you are a patron of anyone, and if you would ever consider being a patron of anyone, particularly yours truly. What kind of group would you want? Would you want a Discord server? Would you want a Slack group? I don't even know how to use Slack. I've never used it before, but we can learn. Or a Facebook group. Like, what is the easiest thing for you? I would like to know. These are so cute. I'm happy with them. Here we go. I guess I should give them some bushes somewhere. I think it will work on you. At the same time, I also think it would be really cool because I could get to know you guys, and I could share more with you than I share just in general online and stuff like that. And I think that would be neat if I could do it. But that is the vlog for today. I talked a million minutes and I made cute gingerbread house villages that are pointless other than being cute, but I like them. And even Mr. Three Sides, who's missing part of his roof, even he looks pretty good, I think. So thank you for watching. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook and stuff if you don't. I recently changed my Instagram name to It's Rachel K, and if you are typing it in, it's period Rachel period K, because just plain Rachel K was obviously taken. And I hope that this brought a little bit of distraction if you're having a hard holiday, and I hope that this was at least somewhat entertaining. And thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.